Please leave a message after the tone.
You've got 7 questions due. Your life is going down the tubes. What do you do when you need advice? This is where it gets good. Good night.
What am I fighting for?
So turn your advice, pick up the phone and leave a message for the new
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan After Dark.
After sunrise.
Yeah, this is real after dark today because it's the next morning after we did the Nude Clan because we didn't have any fucking questions, guys.
Yeah, guys.
Remember,
What the fuck?
385-204-3921. Get us your questions so we can give you a goddamn podcast. And it's always the same, like, 4 people, too. Not that that's a problem. It's just, come on, guys. I know how many people listen to this show.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly what it's like.
We know how many of you are out there, so, like, come on, man.
Yeah, don't be afraid to call.
Don't be
I know
afraid.
some of you are shy.
We need to hear all of your voices here because
That's
this is a
right, yeah.
very inclusive environment.
That's right. You're safe here. You're safe.
This is a safe space
That's right.
where you won't hear anything that you disagree with or hurts your values in any way.
Yeah. We're very agreeable, kind folk here.
None of us have ever yelled,
No, not once.
No.
gotten angry in any way.
So yeah, just give us a call.
Yeah, 385-204-3921. But let's see what we've got already. Maybe.
Hello, new client team. This is Peter Barrington calling in. I have quite a question on our hands. It's a toughie, but I would very much like your input on it. Well, basically, I'm quite convinced my wife is shagging another man. She comes home later than usual with odd excuses. And I swear sometimes she comes home smelling of another man's cologne. To make matters even worse, she's not adventurous in bed as she used to be. I swear I haven't gotten a blowjob in what seems like months. And I'm just worried. I mean, we've been married for 20 years, and I don't want to believe this, but all signs are pointing to yes, she is cheating on me. I fear it could be my best friend. I don't know, but either way, I do love the show, boys. I'd like to hear your input on what I can look for. If any of you guys have any experience with this, hopefully not, but I would like to hear your input. As well as if she is cheating, how can I confront her without making matters stickier than they are? Well, thank you, boys. Keep up the great work. Look forward to your response. Goodbye.
Oh, so you got to find out if and then deal with if yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Very precarious road because its signs point to it, but then if you don't have evidence of it, she could just turn it on you.
Yeah. So, all right. So, I mean, the answer is simple. If you find out it is, in fact, yes. You just wait. No, here's what you do. You play Wii Sports. And then when she gets back...
Wii Sports?
Yes, you tell her to get the fuck out, and then she'll go. But that's only after you figured out if, in fact, it is a yes, which could be pretty hard.
Hold on. Why is Wii Sports integral to this?
It's relaxing. It's a very fun... Wii Sports is a game for everyone, Craig. No matter who you are, no matter what your background, you can play that bowling and you can level out. You can remain calm. And when they get back, you can just be like, hey, I think you should go and never come back. It's a game for all. Just don't do golf because the golf is kind of fucky sometimes. So you got to do bowling. Bowling, tennis, or fucking Jesus Christ, what's the third one? bowling, tennis, golf, and
boxing. Is
Yeah, it is
fun.
boxing.
And baseball.
And
baseball. Yeah, well, yeah, baseball's pretty fun. Just make sure all your meets are really tall, so it's easy. But yeah, it's a relaxing experience. You know, Nintendo knows what they're doing when it comes to that. So that'll really clear your head, and it'll give you time to.
Isn't there on the PS4 though? Isn't there that flower game that's super relaxing?
Mm-hmm.
When you just rose petals on a wind.
I guess you could play Flower too.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, you know. Just really prepare yourself. But how would you find out for sure, though?
That's the hard part. I mean, if you practice, you know, being open in a relationship and honest with each other, then it shouldn't, you know, be out of the blue for you to ask her, you know, hey, what's going on, and try to see if you can talk it out of her without actually accusing her of it. See if you can get her to open up. See if there's any other problems that you can point to up to that point in the relationship where you guys stop talking as much, or you know, just anything that started becoming out of the usual of what happened. But if you can verify without a doubt that it's happening, then it's up to you to decide: does that end it, or do you want to repair it, or does she want to end it, or does she want to repair it? And that's a decision that both of you have to make as well, because if you can't, you know, stay with her knowing that, then you got to end it.
Yeah. Craig, this one's harder for Craig because his is like a slightly more niche thing. So, Caleb, just imagine that instead of thinking that she's cheating on him, you think she's suddenly become a lesbian.
Oh, yeah?
And you don't know what to say to that. How do you find out? And what do you say? I'll alter it for Craig's ease.
I feel like it would be very easy to find that out.
Oh, yeah, you're like, why is your hair suddenly extremely short?
And a different color.
Yeah. Why is that traditionally male clothing you happen to have on today? Is this happening again? Are you fucking serious?
Why are you dressed like a lumberjack?
Yeah. You don't cut trees. Can you even hold an axe? Yeah, that's when you know. I don't know, though. I don't think there is any, like, for me anyway, I don't think there is any, like, second chance for that.
To me, that's a severe breach of trust, and personally, I would not want to go forward with that at all anymore. But then, you know, you have to think of other complications. Are there kids involved? But even still,
Yeah.
if she's kind of moved on that way and found someone else that she can be intimate with, then I don't know. Yeah, it's time to move on, in my opinion.
Yeah. Also get extremely angry because it's like, you know, you could have said something, but you didn't, so fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, you could also go the extreme way and then just, like, hire a private investigator.
Yeah, so if I don't know. You have to find out, especially if you talk to her and she seems kind of like, you know, aggressive, you know, like, why are you asking me these questions, and, you know, a little defensive, or she just doesn't, you know, her answers to you talking about it just don't seem quite right either, then I don't know. You got to find a way to find out.
Yeah. That can get kind of seedy, but I mean, at the end, if you find out it's a yes, it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it gets kind of tough. Is like, it's almost like you almost have to breach privacy in order to find that shit out.
In the reverse, if you talk to her and she emphatically denies it and apologizes for her behavior and talks it out with you, then you have to trust her at that point too, because you not trusting her can also be detrimental to the relationship overall.
Yeah. That's true, and it could not even be happening.
Exactly. It could just be both of you, or she's going through a different time. She could just be, you know, needing someone to talk to her about it just to see how she's doing and go from there. I mean, the signs might point towards her being, you know, being with the neighbor or your best friend. You know, he said it was his best friend that he thinks it's with. Ask the friend. Or see if he's been bragging about it.
Yeah, just pretend like he's been weird lately and see what's going on there. Just be like, you seem real happy in the last like month or so. What's going on? Did you find somebody new? Like, what's up?
Go hang over at his house and see if you can find any of your wife's things left over there.
Yeah.
You
Just like get him blackout drunk and then just search his place.
or even just plant them there, then wildly accuse.
Yeah, wildly accused, like frantically, and then the Wii Sports, and then the ejection.
Actually, either A, he'd be super confused and doesn't know why those are there, or B, thinks he's gotten caught.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's a great way to go about it. You could just be like, "What the fuck, dude? What is this? What is this? I know whose these are." Like, and then like you base your entire investigation on his reaction to that. If he like gets down on his knees and is like begging for forgiveness, Wii Sports time. If not, then there's probably a
when you
good
say Wii
chance
Sports
that-
time, I just think racket to the face. That's all I'm thinking.
If not, then then you could probably assume that it's not going on. Because like if it was and you've had evidence, like I don't know if I would be like denying it. Of course, I would never do that. So I mean, it's hard to say like, oh well, I would pretend like I didn't know how they got there.
Yeah. Another thing
Maybe they
is
would,
the way you feel right now when you suspect it. It's a shitty fucking feeling, and that distrust have, and all of the scenarios going off in your head. That's not something you should just sit and stew in. You have to do something to resolve the situation, and either in the relationship or find out nothing happened, or any other way you want to handle it. But you can't just let it stew.
Yeah.
Because then you will start to resent her, and she might not even know that you resent her because you think that she's doing this thing.
That's true. Yeah, you'll start to hate her more and more, and you'll start to see more and more evidence of it. It's like when you read ahead in a book and you see something you're not supposed to see, and you're like, "Oh man, this guy's gonna die later on." I'm like, "Shit, I should not have skipped ahead. Like, why do I do this?" And then you like the whole time you're thinking about that, and then it turns out that like they're not dead at all. You just like read the wrong line in the wrong context, and you've been like altering your experience up to that point for no reason. You want to make sure that you're not fucking everything over. Hence the calming of the Wii Sports, other than golf. So there's nothing more enraging than when you're trying to do like a 2-foot putt and the fucking Wiimote freaks out and you blast that motherfucker and you lose all your excellent golf play. And let me tell you,
gotta be gentle with it.
that fucking golf game, that takes like forever to get pro level. Like it's a fucking long motherfucker. Like bowling, you can do that in like an afternoon, if you're pretty good at the bowling.
You could do it in like an hour.
Yeah, if you're good, you could do it like fast. But the fucking golf one, that's true dedication. So you don't want to fuck that up. So you leave your golf alone. Yeah, just try to, I don't know, just fucking. I think Cameron's right. You just got to ask her first, and then see what the response is, and then you start digging.
And this, gauge how defensive she's being, how if she starts trying to turn it on you and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you can start to truly tell, though.
Yeah. And then you could just start it off just like, hey, I noticed that it's not like, we're not acting like we usually act, and just wanted to connect with you, and, just want to see, if there's anything going on, and just start, very innocent, very unaccusatory, and just see what you can coax out of her, or how fast, she becomes defensive if you reach certain topics, and, from there.
Yeah. I mean, you could also like admit like what you've been doing lately. Like maybe you've been more of an asshole. Maybe like you're a little off too, and just be like, hey, I know I've been kind of like busy lately, and like I just want to make sure you're not like neglected,
Yeah, don't bring up the blowjob as a point.
Yeah, I'd be like, I've noticed that I haven't gotten a blowjob in about a fucking year and a
That'll
half.
just make the situation extremely bad.
So I'm kind of wondering, why. It's a great experience. It's good for you too. It's supposed to help with depression. That's what I read. read that online, and you seem kind of sad. So, put 2 and 2 together and give you that 4 blowjob. Yeah, a lot of ways you could do it, but you gotta just ask first though, because that's the easiest way. Because if you can get her to just say yes or no, and you believe it, then it's over. You're done. You're good. But you can't though. You can never believe it. You're just gonna have to keep letting it fester. And all the Wii Sports in the world aren't going to save you. That's what you got to tell her. You're like, you know what? All the Wii Sports in the world won't save you if I find out this is happening.
Right.
Not even Wii Sports Resort.
What are you saying? And I'm not even just talking about the one that came with the fucking Wii. I'll buy the other one.
And
I'll spend money.
Only Flower can help you at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, Flower and fucking... What's the other one? It's like fucking
either
dirt
that
or some shit. I don't know.
Or some fist of plastic.
Yeah,
on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, get that Ragdoll Kung Fu.
Ragdoll Kung Fu, yeah. We'll play the fish in the basket game. That'll do it.
Yeah,
That is not a relaxing game.
Just don't read into it too much.
That is very intense. That requires skill on other levels.
Yeah. It also requires another person.
It does.
So this guy's a lonely bastard.
So invite her to play with you.
Yeah.
And then teach her what's right by beating her on the
ragdoll.
On the ragdoll kung fu.
Beating her while she's on the ragdoll kung fu.
Twice. That was a stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got this week for Nude Clan After Dark. Kind of a good one, though. I mean, it could be a tough thing. I want to know who that is, but I don't want to listen to their other 2 voicemails that they've sent us to find out.
Why?
Because I'm just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna let it be.
Mother Mary goes
Are
to
they
me.
not for us?
No, they are.
Words of
I think.
wisdom.
I don't know. Actually, it doesn't tell you.
Let it be.
Let's see. Listen to it. I want to kind of like slowly piece together which one of our listeners actually sent that in. Unless, like, there's a poor British man that's tried to reach the show, like, so many times, and we're just like, fuck that.
And you just, like, ignored his question twice?
Yeah. Could be. You never know.
We should probably find that out.
Yeah. We probably should. But that is for another time. Guys, please give us your questions so that we can give you Nude Clan After Dark. 385-204-3921. It's 385-204-3921. You guys got anything else to say? You good?
Nope.
All right, well, we will see you guys again next time.
Mankind has always been poised.
Give up on yourselves. Give up on the world.
Every puzzle has an answer. Dumbass. Kick logic out and do the impossible. Remember that. I'm glad I met you guys. You made me pick up on things I probably would have just gone on ignoring. Don't believe in yourself. Believe in me.